we are focusing on the seat of Monash, the electorate of Monash, which is still pretty new. It's still got that new car smell about it. And the incumbent MP is Russell Broadbent. As I mentioned before, he was a Liberal. He didn't get pre-selection, so he's sitting as an independent and running as an independent. And it's good to have him on the phone, Mr. Broadbent. Thank you very much for your time.
Justin, thanks. It's great to have you on.
Hey,
and me on.
It is. First of all, what's the difference between running in a big party, like a major party like the Liberals, and then as an independent? What does that sort of do for you? What's
Justin,
the difference?
Totally different. Totally different, because all the machinations that you go through in an election campaign are done by the major parties. The major parties in this case are preferencing against me. I don't know why, and that's strange in itself. But we have to go through all the where previously when you're working with a major party, they do all the work for you. So you don't get a say on what happens in the election campaign. You just follow their lead. Whereas now we are free to fly, Justin. Free to fly.
You've been let out of the cage. Do you?
That's why we can go for the hospital, $60 million for that. We can go for the Phillip Island Bowling Club. We can talk about the Fish Creek, who have just got their money because I'm in this election campaign, and I've got both major parties backing Fish Creek Football Netball Club for $1.5 million.
Do you? And I certainly want to talk to you about some of those things that are affecting people and what your stand is on them. But do you wish you were still inside the Liberal Party, because it wasn't of your own making, was it? You didn't really have much of a choice if you wanted to stand this time.
Justin, people like me have been hunted in the Liberal Party for many, many years. And then, you're finally hunted down. That's fair enough. But now the hunter has become the hunter.
Okay. Nice line. Very, very well done, Russell. Okay, so what do you want people to know about you if they're looking at you and they're still seeing the old Liberal?
Justin,
what do you want to tell them?
I've been here in my beautiful electorate of McMillan, then now Monash, for 20 years. I know my electorate backwards. They know me. They know what I stand for. They know how I go about my job. I don't have to tell them anything about Russell Broadbent. And if there's some new people that have come to my electorate, they get an introduction to me pretty quickly from the other people.
But I mean, there will be some people. Look, I'm only guessing here because we haven't done it. But if you went out into Monash and you walked up and down the street, there would be some people, I would imagine, that would point to you and say, "Oh yeah, he's the Liberal guy." Still, are you worried about that?
Yeah. There's a bit of that. They know that I have a Liberal intent, but they also know that I'm no longer the Liberal candidate for Monash.
Okay. Where do you stand? When do you stand on the Warragul Hospital is a big one. Nuclear power is a big one. Where do you stand on both of those?
Well, I'm the one that's raised the Warragul Hospital as an issue in this election campaign. Nobody else was. They now are. But let me say this to you. I just want the $60 million for the planning and preparation, because hospitals cost billions. And what upset me was Pakenham, just down the road from us, they're going to get a new hospital from the state government, and they never even asked for one, and Casey Hospital's 10 minutes away. Whereas here, people have been pleading for this hospital to be rebuilt, a brand new hospital in Warragul and Druin, for years and years and years and years. And both major parties, it's not even mentioned in the state budget, Justin.
All right.
Not at all. So I'm making an issue here.
That's your big one. Okay, what about nuclear power?
No nuclear without community support.
Well, where are you on it? You'll be, if you win this, you already are, but if you win, you'll be a community leader.
Yeah.
So what do you say about it? Do you support it?
I have no problem with nuclear power at all. But I have this amazing resource called brown coal, and amazing power stations that produce base load power into Victoria, and without all the subsidies that go around Australia, that would be the cheapest form of energy. I think we should be looking after Loy Yang and your lawn power stations, making sure they're fully maintained and keeping them going until you can come up with renewables that will supply Victoria cheap power.
Do you support renewables?
Of course I do. There's always a mix for them.
Okay. All right. But
I hate wind turbines, by the way, Justin. I just want to get that in.
No, that's okay.
Without our subsidy, you and I subsidising those wind turbines, there wouldn't be one in Australia, not one. And it also transfers money from our lowest income people to our highest income people.
All right. So with the nuclear power, do you support the Peter Dutton nuclear plan? Because that's probably the more pertinent question. Is his plan as it stands, do you support it?
Not necessarily a particular plan like that is years away, but if anybody could handle a very good package plan of a nuclear power station, it would be sensibly put in Latrobe Valley. But if Latrobe Valley people say no, it ain't going there. It ain't going there.
All right, so let's say because this scenario is real, and we've put this to a couple of people, including Deb Leonard and also Bob Catter yesterday. If you are placed in the position of picking one side or the other to form government, if there is a hung parliament, who are you picking?
Justin, I have to say to you that I will be considering on a daily basis exactly what position I'm in come the election campaign. If I've learned anything over these many years, is to take it one day at a time and see what confronts you. But I will be putting the people of Monash and these many projects first in consideration, but I'll also have the nation's best interests at hand, because I'm a federal politician. People elect me to make a judgment on their behalf.
So
and
you
I
wouldn't,
hope I make the best judgment.
As an old Liberal, and please ignore the old part, but if you, as an old Liberal, you're not going to automatically decide or side with Peter Dutton if it were to come to that.
I'm not wedded anywhere, but in this campaign, my preferences are going to the Liberal Party.
Okay. All right. How have things been for you the last couple of years?
Justin, I've got to tell you, I'm either being very well received or greatly deceived.
By who's deceiving you?
By the people. I'm either being very, very well received, or I'm being greatly deceived.
Oh, I see. They're saying, Russell, good to see you, and you've got my vote, but you're not quite sure whether you do or not. Is that what you're saying?
Well, you never know. People are wonderful out here.
Okay, good.
They know me well, and they enjoy my company. But whether they'll vote for me or not, it's up to them.
Do you have any regrets? You go back, I don't want to mention the war, but you go back a couple of years ago and you refused to take the COVID vaccination. You spoke out against the COVID vaccination. Also talked about an alternative that hadn't been approved. Do you regret those things?
Absolutely not, and I'm being proved to be on the ball every day we go forward.
So you don't regret those decisions?
Absolutely not.
I'm sure. No. Had people talk to you about those in recent times?
They certainly do.
Does that feature in this election campaign?
It features in everything that I tackle, Justin, everything, because it's not just those issues. There's lots of